All that for nothing. There we go. Finally. I hope I find something in the archives, but I doubt I will. Oh, I'm having a grand old time.
It looks like a converted military base. Left over from the Cold War, most likely.
Hurry up, Henry. What part of "I need those results" wasn't clear? A child would understand. Why can't you?
That looks like an elevator panel.
All right. That's better. The latest results aren't good. All right. That's better. The latest results aren't good. Can't you see that I'm working?
That's a lot of blood. What are they doing here? That looks like an elevator panel.
Higher clearance required.
That must not be the right one. The implant was deactivated. I need to be careful. That's the key to my cover.
Higher clearance required.
No, that doesn't work.
When you're done with that, get started on cleaning the last tank.
Very well.
What? What do you want? My time is precious, and I've got a boss breathing down my neck. So if you have no business here, either leave, or I'll call your friends to drag you out of here.
Shut up and listen to me. I'm not here to play games. Nobody has time to waste here. Neither you nor I.
Excuse me. I'm really under pressure right now.
The problem with the tanks?
You know about that? Yeah, that, and everything else. There aren't enough of us to keep it all running and keep up the pace. Well, I'll be getting back to work now.
Your shoulder. Are you hurt?
What? Oh, that. No. It's blood, but it's not mine. When you spend your days dissolving bodies, you're bound to get splashed.
I'll be on my way now. She has a red implant that could help me find Stanford.
Huh. Rather effective. Yes, that should shut a lot of them up. Who developed this amazing weapon? No, not her. There's no way.
Experiment in progress. Pyrolysis is required before opening.
Access to the pyrolysis controls is locked. I'm going to need a key. Nothing. It appears the power is out.
Higher clearance required.
No, that doesn't work. It appears as if acid has eaten through this cable. That needs to go right to the control panel. It's almost as if it had been gnawed. The wires need to be spliced, but with your bare hands, that will hurt.
I don't understand.
It's a perfect fit.
Decontamination complete.
Finally, the cleanup's going to start. We don't have all night.
Decontamination complete.
Chlorine solution.
Was there something else?
Do you know where the key to the control panel is?
Usually I've got it, but today I've been running around like mad, and I can't seem to find the damn thing.
Do you know what would happen if your superiors found out? That doesn't seem to bother you.
It's my key, it's my problem.
Can you open this door for me?
The warehouse? Why?
Open the door. Now.
Very well.
Yes, of course.
Access to the pyrolysis controls is locked. I'm going to need a key.
Gallagher's not gonna like this.
There's a red implant. It might be the one I'm looking for. There must be a way to get him out. This emblem has been severely burned. The cover of a very old book. These diamonds are nothing compared to the ones I used to sell. It was long ago.
invalid code.
This is a waste of my time.
A book is already checked out. Please return it before making a new request.
I'm not interested in that. This is a waste of my time.
What? Fine. Very well. I'm coming.
Ah, thus Cain went to Abel.
Excuse me.
My conviction might not be as strong as it used to, but I can still sense your true nature. My stomach is in knots. I'm not wrong, am I?
And you aren't crying out for help?
Should I? We could just have a conversation. Quietly.
Why?
I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, to meet a kindred face to face. Who knows? Maybe you'll also learn something from the exchange. I am Father Joseph Mena.
You can call me Caleb.
Caleb? Very well. That's a much better start to our conversation, or an exchange of best practices. I consider myself an interpreter of the great book of your existence, and you are a fascinating subject.
Just what exactly am I to you? A variety of guinea pig?
Have you heard of Raphael Renzi?
The name doesn't ring a bell.
I'm not surprised, actually. He was an inquisitor who had qualms and thought that vampires could find salvation. He was burned at the pyre.
As were many others.
But Renzi's ideas were handed down over the centuries. The church may have issued the Florentine decree, but the questions he raised at the time still have gone unanswered.
An inquisitor with remorse?
Something like that.
You might be exactly what I'm looking for here. We could work together, but you're siding with the barbarians. A scholar like you has no place here.
You're mistaken about us. Our common interest is to understand you.
Then you must be blind.
What makes you say that?
Don't take me for a fool. I've seen what your colleague does here. She uses us for weapons practice. Your definition of understanding baffles me.
Indeed, my colleagues don't all share my point of view. Admit that we can't just stand by and do nothing. Vampires are a threat. Why should I help you?
Just think of all that we could do together. A mutually beneficial partnership would be ideal for a researcher such as yourself.
Indeed. An unprecedented alliance. The offer is tempting, I admit. You must understand my hesitation. If you were in my shoes, would you trust yourself? You're not a sheep. That's obvious. But that doesn't mean you'd help your enemies.
You made your decision when you chose not to call security. There's no reason to hesitate now.
You don't understand the predicament in which I find myself. It seems so simple when you say it. But if evil is among us, it will be difficult to defeat. Like the snake in the Garden of Eden.
So, I'll cut off its head.
You mean to kill Monsignor Stanford? You're mad. That's not the solution.
Stanford is far from innocent. He defiles your beliefs.
It's true that we are often in disagreement.
Then it's time to take action.
You're right. I've been blinded for far too long. I don't know where Stanford is, but you can locate him. Chiara Favorone. In the clinic. She's the only person who has access to that on the main computer.
Very well, then.
But please, no unnecessary violence. Leave, now, before someone finds us together.
Not so fast. I'm counting on your discretion.
And I am counting on yours.
He won't betray me. And who knows? Maybe I'll run into him again.
A new face, suddenly overcome by a need for reading material?
I just joined the department.
We've got a few too many newbies around here, if you ask me. At least you're not from the Vatican.
The Society of St. Leopold. Do you see them often?
Every once in a while. Most of my focus is on the fabulous activity we call sorting. Care to try?
No thanks.
I figured. Well, I've got a lot of work.
I can't find The History of the Society of St. Leopold in the library.
A book by Albert Lee, right? I think I know who might have borrowed it.
Who?
What's it to you?
I see. I'll find some other way. I'll be going now.
Newspapers sure have changed.
I'm getting tired. Ugh.
I am this close to giving up.
Higher clearance required.
No, that doesn't work.
Figures. I can't find what I'm looking for. All that for nothing.
I need some coffee.
I need to see you there.
All right.
I'm getting tired. Ugh.
I am this close to giving up.
Florins that belong to former hunters. What do they hope to get out of them? Excuse me.
If you're looking for a little light reading, this is not the place.
I'm looking for something a little different.
Can I help you?
I see that we have collected a lot of things.
Yes, and it can be complicated to find your way around. What are you working on?
I'm researching interrogation methods.
I understand. It's not at all my specialty, but I recommend that you look at the works from the Middle Ages. The Spanish Inquisition was particularly effective in extracting confessions from heretics and other things.
Thanks for the advice.
I don't know what they can feel, but I remember reading something about a retractor used on a particularly sensitive part of the body.
The person in charge here, if I needed to talk to him, how would I go about doing it?
It's not easy. In general, Father Joseph doesn't leave the conservation area until he has finished his work. If he's restoring something, it can take a long time. He locks himself in with everything he needs, food and drink, and we don't see him again until he's done.
What happens if there's an emergency?
Look around you and ask yourself, what kind of emergency could there ever be in a museum or library?
So he doesn't come out.
That doesn't mean he can't be reached. He approves every request to borrow a book from the conservation area through a computer system.
So, if I request a book, he'll come and hand-deliver it to me?
No, it's automatic. He'll just approve the request. His work is very important. We do everything we can not to interrupt him. I'd rather you not disturb him.
My job is far more important than dusting off some musty old books. I just need to talk to him, and he's impossible to reach.
There's not much I can do for you. As long as he's working on his book, he won't answer.
What's he working on?
I have no idea. He's working his way through his list. Yesterday, I heard him say that he finished the authors starting with R. He was very happy about it.
I can't find the history of the Society of St. Leopold in the library.
Someone must have checked it out.
Thanks.
I'm sorry, I'm not in charge of book loans. I'm just here to do my research.
Very well. I'll be going now. The glass-walled room appears to contain very old books. They're extremely fragile. There must be a connection.
Higher clearance required.
No, that doesn't work.
Sorry, I need to concentrate.
Great. I changed my clearance level.
Higher clearance required.
Wrong implant?
Higher clearance required.
That must not be the right one.
Shit.
Pyrolysis protocol.
What? No, no, don't!
Pyrolysis complete.
From the looks of it, their prototypes appear to be quite effective already. It doesn't look damaged. A book about the Society of St. Leopold. Burned to a crisp. I won't get anything out of it, unfortunately. It won't work without electricity. It appears as if acid has eaten through this cable. That needs to go right to the control panel.
Higher clearance required.
Having the implant in my pocket won't work. Great. I changed my clearance level.
Oh. Is that it?
All right. That's better.
Higher clearance required.
No, that doesn't work.
Tell me you weren't there for Faverone's meltdown.
I only caught the end.
Great. She yells at me in front of everyone now. It's her way of motivating the troops.
There are less painful techniques.
I'd be a lot faster if I didn't have to double as her personal assistant. I'm in the middle of a promising procedure, but I keep getting interrupted. No matter. I'd better stop complaining.
What's bothering you?
I'd rather be careful. If someone were to hear us...
Henry, if you don't want to be the next body under my scalpel, I need those lab results by tomorrow.
I'll be going now.
Back to work.
Human blood? I thought they only studied us.
If Favarone thinks I work better under pressure...
It would appear they are attempting to use our regenerative abilities on humans. They'll never be able to do it. Notes on cell renewal.
All right. Concentrate. If Favarone thinks I work better under pressure... All right. Concentrate.
Higher clearance required.
No, that doesn't work. He doesn't look too good.
I'm working here. The latest results aren't good.
That's a lot of blood. What are they doing here?
Don't you have anything better to do?
Oh. Is that it?
see what that opens for me.
I don't understand.
Higher clearance required.
Of course. I didn't update my implant. Let's see what that opens for me. This looks like a weapon that has been taken apart. Most likely a prototype. That should help. It appears as if acid has eaten through this cable. That needs to go right to the control panel. That shouldn't be a problem any longer. Good, it works.
Gallagher's not gonna like this. We have nothing more to talk about.